In 2009, a Nuu-chah-nulth First Nation won a BC Supreme Court case versus Canada, affirming their Indigenous rights to fish their traditional territory and sell commercially. They are one of 5 Nuu-chah-nulth First Nations located on Vancouver Island included in that decision. It was seen as a victory for Indigenous fishing rights. Since then, the federal government appealed the decision multiple times to the Supreme Court. Wickaninnish, Cliff Atleo, lead negotiator for a Nuu-chah-nulth, says after 18 years in the courts, not much progress has been made.
You knew it was going to be a roll of the dice when we go to court, because it always is for our people. But our case was so strong that it's upheld very strongly, and the government has just been, really not cooperating.
The 5 Nuu-chah-nulth nations have expressed frustration and the lack of progress around their fishing rights, even with legal backing. In April of this year, the BC Court of Appeal told the federal government they must negotiate with the First Nations. Atleo said negotiations have been nearly non-existent, and that DFO warned buyers not to purchase from their nations. They are still in talks with DFO, but the 5 nations are now launching their fisheries to sell fish and seafood harvested in their traditional territories.
5 nations have created a fishing plan that they're going to fish to, that have been authorized by the hereditary chiefs. And it's going to operate beyond the quotas provided by the government.
Fisheries and Oceans Canada responded to APTN with an email statement stating they have signed agreements and remain in talks with the nations. We signed an incremental reconciliation agreement on September 10th of 2019 and have been working closely with the First Nations on a more comprehensive reconciliation agreement for fisheries resources. The Nuu-chah-nulth say, for generations, their cultures, societies, and economies thrived off of harvesting and trading. They will enact their fishery based on their traditional knowledge. Cliff Atleo shared the teachings from his father around protecting their territory.
Mankind didn't create that system, he said. It was gifted to us by the Creator for the purpose of looking after land, oceans, resources, and people, all as one. The role of the chief was to look after that hotly. That's what it's called.
Lee Wilson, APTN National News, Kitimat.